The problem is when we do that, then our numbers go down too, because not as many people will tune into this one. Are we back, you guys?
We should be on, but whether anyone got the notice. Did the other one shut off? Well, dead, obviously. Okay, Lonely Hitchhiker. Okay, Kent. Terry Burns. Yeah, you're back. Well, all we could do was completely get out of it. Of course, now look at it's not showing they're here. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, he just did a butt fart or something. Because it was working great, and then we were just we had this really great conversation. We were telling all our personal secrets,
right?
And then it was gone. I don't know.
The big surprise and everything.
RV Quilt's here now. Rhonda,
hey, Rhonda.
Look at we're getting a whole different batch of people, and a few of the first ones.
Oh man.
And we still didn't reach it.
Yeah, we could see everybody's comments still, but I couldn't make any comments.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I could, and I kept saying, "We're here, we're
here." And we're still working on our 1,000 likes.
Kate, we missed it. Hi, Scarlett. Yeah, we're still working on 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
So far, we have 2 likes. 3 likes.
Well, there's Trey.
Hey, Trey. You guys were just saying how I was your favorite child. Darn, didn't catch that live.
Yeah.
You're the only one that tunes in, so.
Well, we were talking about your video.
Yeah, we were.
That's what we were talking about, and how impressed we were with the quality of your video, even though you were making fun of us. Everybody would love it. We need to get a copy of it. And
I have a copy of it. It's only 40 seconds long. I just don't know what to do with it. Like, I think if she didn't mind, I could put it out there. But
I don't know how. I don't know anything, but I mean, I don't know how to put stuff on here. You know, I mean, like these other guys, they make their picture real small in the corner, and then you could see something interesting. You know what I mean? Instead of looking at us. Yeah. Oh, Louis made it this time.
Thank you, Louis. And Barb, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
Hope you're both doing excellent. No, you're not too late, but I mean, we were just like, well, you think that should be it? I was like,
well, the thing is we decided we needed to make 2 videos this week, so.
There you go.
Not really. It's believe me, when you're on this end, it's kind of scary when you're trying to see. The internet was working. Everything was working perfectly. It just something went crazy with YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
Long time since last time, Chris says.
Once I backed it out, reloaded it, here we are, and here you are.
Deja vu.
Yeah. This one will be a short one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do maybe half an hour. How's that?
Anyways, I have to.
Why?
Why?
Because we spent 10 minutes playing around.
I have to figure out if our daughter would mind everyone viewing that video, because it was like priceless. And maybe it's just funny to us because she's our kid, but you know, it's pretty funny.
It'll just show you how goofy they are. Our kids have interesting things they can do, and to me, I mean. But she's my little hippie anyway, so. She loves her dad. Her dad bought her a beautiful Ovation guitar. Are you playing that thing, Sim? You should be playing it. Should do us a video with you playing your Ovation. My children are like that too. But you know, it's because of who they grew up with. That's why yours are the way they are. Yeah, well, and the thing about it was she was throwing little things in from her childhood too. So to us, it made it even fun.
It's kind of inside jokey, but even if you don't know the inside jokes, it was still very entertaining. I gotta say.
the way she was way overdoing the back pain. It was hilarious. You know, she was about to throw. I'm surprised she didn't throw her back out.
Just doing
Yeah, it was funny. It was great. Everybody needs to see it. It'd probably get 1 million hits if we did it. Maybe we can put it on a short.
Yeah, but I just can't monetize it. That's the thing. And I got to see if she cares if I put it out there. Anyway.
Well, she don't care. Her dad said so.
No. Okay.
Huh, Sim? Are you on here still?
I don't know if she came back.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think many did come back. We got 14.
There's 16 people on right now.
We lost Gramps and Kent, I think, and nope, Kent is here.
Is Gramps out there? Let's see who else. Ron's here.
Anyway,
we lost
if
a couple.
You came back, we're glad you came back.
Mount Laurel came back.
Terry,
yeah.
I don't know.
So, well.
Oh, Terry did. They're probably still on the old one, having conversations with each other, writing the story, right?
Yeah.
Jason came back.
Yeah. Mellow Cat.
Yeah.
Rosebud. Anybody else? If you're out there,
no.
Come back and hit the like button because we had to do it twice. Yeah. We're not close to 1,000 yet. Well, Lonely, you were the first one back.
Yeah, you were one of the first. Yeah, you were here. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're fast.
And anyway, yeah, we'll do a video on the shed, show the progress on that for those that are interested.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that. I think you're going to love the shed. I mean, it's a shed still, but I think it's going to be pretty nice. Don't let me forget to go out there and shut the window.
You did it for the extra light. Hey, Ty. Didn't know you were here the first time, but good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to shut the window?
Well, I left one window open.
With the fan?
I left one window open
like
last night, too.
It's big, really.
It just gives, well, yeah, I think I left it cracked, but no, I shut it. It was shut last night. Yeah, it's just enough to give a little bit of a breeze. It don't really do much, but it does do something. Something, yeah. We haven't reached an hour yet, so we still have time. We still have to entertain everybody. I went from 2 garages to nothing. I'd love to have a shed. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Of course, we've been paying for that storage for what? How many years?
15.
Well, we had one in California.
Yeah.
But this one over here, we had
6 years, 5 years.
We went from paying $120 a month down to $40 for the same size storage.
Yeah.
And we put everything in that little tiny U-Haul trailer in our truck. We threw a lot of stuff away. Mm-hmm. Took a bunch of stuff to the scrapyard. I had beautiful pipes, man. But we just didn't have time to do another swap meet or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tools need air.
Yeah, I have air compressor. It's fun.
Everything you guys do is beautiful. I'm sure your shop is awesome.
Yeah, I haven't worked on anything yet in there other than itself. What?
The Leaning Tower pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
I've been having to take my specialty tools, anything that, where it's like pull stuff off and everything, and like get them freed up, man. They were, some of that stuff was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, and it's all Jim's machine tools. So, a couple of tools I made myself, but I mean, I can't believe how many specialty tools I kept finding. Every time I opened a drawer on my toolbox, there was a couple in each drawer, and I was getting ready to say, okay, I got them all. I went over, and then I found 6 more. But that's good,
Yeah.
I got to figure out how everything works again. But I used to, I just knew which ones and how to. There was one tool in there, if you know anything about Harley Davidsons, on the old bikes, Evolution and older.
Sure, he said he was opposite of minimalist.
Yeah. Uh,
It's hard to part with stuff that you paid
yeah,
good money for that made you a lot of money too. You
right.
know.
What was cool about this thing was is when you change cams and motor, you if you just put the cam in with the gear that it had, people would come back and say, "Oh, it's whining. It's weird. Something's weird." So I just got to the point where I saw this tool and I thought, "Well, man, I'll get that," and I got it. And then the company went out of business. And what you do is you press the old cam gear off the cam that was in there, and then you pull the new cam gear off the new cam, and then you put the old gear back on and put it back together. It sounds just the same, except for the way it runs, you know.
Scarlett heard the chain.
Yeah, that's two.
Laurel says he needs a bigger toolbox.
No, I don't. I
No,
could.
he says he needs a bigger
Oh,
toolbox.
I could barely see in
Yeah.
the top. It might, I see these guys with these land yachts, but I mean, mine's not that big. It's only 40 inches wide, but it's pretty deep and it's pretty tall. It's probably
And it's unique
5 feet
it's
tall,
black.
5.5. Yeah, it's black and chrome.
Not the red like Snap On.
Yeah, it was this.
It
What it
was
was is we had a tire machine and a balancer that I bought on time with the Snap-on guy. He was a pretty good guy. He'd come by every week and and he goes,
we paid off the tire machine.
he goes, "This is your last payment on your tire machine balancer." I said, "Yeah, that's great," because that thing made a lot of money. I hated doing it, but tires, but it made a lot of money.
Yeah,
And
tires are awful.
and he goes, "Well, now it's time for a new toolbox." I said, "Nah, nah, nah." And "Well, come out to the truck with me." And I went out there, and he shows me this toolbox. I said, "Dave," I said, "Dave, there's no way I can afford that thing." He says, "Well, it's like I think he said it was like $4,500." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "But I'm going to give it to you." I think he gave it to me for like $2,200. I said, "Well, then you better get it unloaded." And I had payments
like it was
again.
more like 35, but
What?
I feel like it was more like 35.
I don't know exactly how. It was a lot of money, but it's a really, really nice toolbox. And my other one, John's not on here tonight, so I could tell. He was at my house. I didn't have my shop then.
He was helping us move.
Yeah, he was. Well, I was cleaning the garage.
He was helping us move.
And he went over and pushed on my toolbox and went,
"Oh, that one."
Bam! And it bent the hinge all up, and I was over there with a hammer. Steve still has that toolbox.
He does.
I found one on Marketplace, but the guy's 300 miles away. And,
by the time, it's just easier to
so
just buy a new one.
I got this one for less than what he was going to charge me, and it's being delivered.
Yeah, and it's new.
Yeah, it's new. I like it because it is like the one I gave my son. So
Chris said, "I always think I might use this someday, then watch American Pickers and saw my future."
Yeah. Well,
man, those Snap-on tools. You buy them off eBay, they're pricey. They become quite the investment.
Well, you know what I do is when we go to like flea markets and stuff, I look and I'll find like a Snap-on or even the old Craftsman are real good and Mac and those. And what do you want for this? Give me 50 cents or give me a buck. And now you got a lifetime warranty tool that would cost you, 25 or 30 bucks if you want.
A lot of times people don't really know.
Yeah, they don't know how much that stuff is worth. So
you know what though? Speaking of Marketplace again, at least around here, there really aren't many deals. People want brand new prices for old junk. It's crazy. You do better in Little Rock and Hot Springs, but
well, a lot of times it's like I bought this little stereo the other day, which sounds awesome, and it's Bluetooth, so I just do it off my phone, and it's got a really good sound to it, and I guess the speakers light up. She says I haven't really
changed colors. I told them it looks like a disco dance ball.
Yeah. And everybody's trying to sell them for 85 and $100 on Facebook, and I went right over to Walmart, got one for 85 bucks, and it's brand new and it's warranted, and I know it's going to work, and if it doesn't, they're going to get it back. So, but anyway, I got it all set up in there, and I crank my music. I pick my songs I want to hear, crank it up, and Carla goes, okay, see you later.
Bye.
But yeah, it's going to be fun when I start working on my bike. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching me do that.
What you're going to?
I might do some. I might do some videos.
Well, I mean, you may not watch it, but that's probably what we're gonna do some videos on.
Yeah.
People love learning how to do things themselves on these Harleys, so why not?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and especially, the older ones, people,
Mhm.
these new guys, they don't know. The Harley dealer won't work on a bike that's over
I
10
never
years
did hear
old.
if Jason got that ring out of the bottom of his motorcycle
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah, it says it's got injection fuel line that comes out of the tank. There we go. Hey, you should start a channel for your motorcycle shop. I think it would do good, and then you can keep this channel. Well, my motorcycle channel is going to be called Economic Refugees, I think. I don't know if I could do two channels.
Yeah.
The thing about it is you have to go through a lot before you're monetized. So, I mean, we had to have 1,000 likes, and the thing was we had, before we ever made a video, we had 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
Because of Brian.
Adventure Van Man Brian interviewed us. He worked for us. We were friends with him.
Yeah, he worked with us at Christmas trees,
Right.
and he says he kept bugging me about doing a video. I said, nah. So then I said, okay, we'll do a video, and we did the video with him, and it's like all these people were subscribing to it.
But they were all van lifers, so
yeah.
they kind of peeled off
I think most of those are
for a while.
We have a little over 5,000 subscribers, and I don't know how many people watch us. I don't know. And we're in 5,432 hell. I mean, it just goes up a little bit, and then it goes back down. It goes back up, it goes back down. It's like, okay, turn the bots off, okay? Just let us see what's really going on.
Trey says, I made my living off tools, but I couldn't buy Snap-on. I used Craftsman or Granger. That way, when my son lost him, he continued to live and didn't have guilt over reacting.
You know what? You know what, Jason? I've got some O-rings that are like for air conditioning.
Yeah. Amanda bought a pack of replacement rings. Yeah, he did get it out.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just maybe put a little oil on it when you shove it in there. That's what I would
post a Harley Fix video. See how many new people post.
Yep. What?
Chris, Brian is working sugar beet planning this year.
Yeah, what Chris said, post a Harley Fix video and see how many new people post. Yeah. Yeah,
Brian's headed up. Oh, okay, I met Brian a while ago when I said Jason. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's probably Charlotte. Planning time. You just can't. They don't do good when they're new if they get frozen. So.
Yeah.
Marketplace and hail destroys them.
Yeah, yeah. Marketplace it's just you got to be careful. It's so sketchy. I need my battery's about to die. It's gonna go off any minute. Everybody that's on this channel would probably automatically go to the bike channel too.
Yeah, especially the girls.
Yeah, the girls for sure. Dizzy Top, he's fixing Harleys.
I don't think there are any girls on here. I think it's all guys. Well, there's some girls. There's Scarlett.
I'm sorry, ladies.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. Huh?
Rosebud, Scarlett.
Well, you know what? I looked at our analytics one time, and it said that
I know.
We were all,
it is more guys
and it was
girls,
all people 90 and older.
There's definitely
I think they were all part of the Social Security. Oh man, that was crazy. I was sitting there, I go, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at our analytics.
Ortho Crofty, Rhonda, Harvey Quilt. So, anyway.
Here, you want to use my phone? It's charged up.
Heck yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you can, it'll be me. Huh. Mm-hmm. She knows everything about me because she's got.
Who's your bookkeeper? Who's your bookkeeper?
You're all that stuff. But you got, like, if I buy something, her phone goes bing. tells her what it is.
Because I have to keep track of the credit cards. I don't want
Yeah.
somebody else using them.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. You always go, hey, I want to get this thing. Is that okay? You think that'll be all right? Can we afford that? And I always go, no, but go ahead and get it.
Yeah. Now, every once in a while we get lucky. Heck yeah. Everybody that's on this channel would probably automatically. Yeah, okay, that was from before. Hey, don't underestimate women that need to learn how to work on their bikes. Yeah. You know what? One of the what?
How's that happening?
Are we scrolling again?
No, we're not. This is the old one.
Oh.
I don't know how that's happening. You can't have two lives going, so.
We're not.
I know.
One is not going.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll probably get 10,000 views on that one. People sitting there watching. Wow, look at that circle. I've never seen that before. You know, we still use dial-up, right? No, we use mobile, Verizon Mobile. Someone has to keep an eye on you.
That's right.
She's like big brother. She's like little sister or something. She's
little sister.
But it works. But I mean, do you track me? Do you have it so you can track me too? You do? See? I knew you did.
Can I call those AirPods on you?
That's why I got that little Faraday bag thing. I'm going to start sticking my phone in when I go outside.
I don't know, man.
I keep my phone next to me just in case she's my nurse, so she's been trying to reset my back and my neck and my arm, and it's been pretty crazy. It's actually, though, it's getting better, and I got to go for an MRI this week, so if they start talking about operating on me, we're going to go, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. That was a guy I worked with when you would never believe this, but I used to sell cars.
Yep.
Nissans.
Yep.
That's a nice one, and that's a nice one. Yep, sold Nissans. It was fun. It's not what I wanted to do though. But
oh well.
You get forced into stuff.
I can't watch it on your channel, on your phone, because you're on here. No. And I can't switch it because, but your cord's too short, so.
Well, don't be telling everybody that. All right.
Anyway, I'll see it shut off.
Well, it's charging at least. Figure here, Bill, did Nissan buy out Datsun? It did, and I was working for Datsun. We're selling Datsuns, and at the very end, I had this couple come in, and they wanted a Datsun 280Z, and I took them over, and we had this one, and it was like the top of the line Z car they ever made. It was leather, and that car was beautiful, and they were all ready to buy it. Everything was all done. They said, we'll take it. And they said, but it needs to be an automatic. This one's a stick shift. And I go, well, we can't dealer trade now. No one's giving these up. We got one of these. Well, and they're like, and I looked at them and I said, if I could teach your wife how to drive this car, will you buy it? Said, sure, it's going to be her car anyway. So I took her over to the fairgrounds and I said, okay, here's how you do it. And in about 15 minutes, she was driving that car, no problem. We went back, they bought it. And
I was in 83.
Yeah.
And not long before we left the desert, you saw that car.
Yeah, well, and I actually talked to her. Yeah. And she said that was the best thing she ever did. She loves driving.
2010. So that's a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah, and it was
still nice.
Man, it was probably it was that little bit longer. I think it had seats in the back, and the motor was, pumped up a little bit.
Not only did Bill sell the car, earn a commission, but he also saved a marriage because the man didn't have to teach his wife.
Yeah.
So go Bill.
I taught my kids how to drive. They all got stick shift vehicles to start with, and I remember Leah and Cindy just the tears roll. I can't do it, and I kept telling them, I go, when you start to let the clutch out, if it starts to stall or something, push the clutch in. Well, so finally, I did it with Leah. I said, okay, start letting the clutch out, and I said, now push the clutch in. Dad, I had it. I said,
I don't want
no. Okay, start letting it out. Okay, now push it in. Dad, I could have done it that time, and I made him do that about 10 times. And finally, I didn't say anything. She let it out. That was it. From then on, she could drive it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the trick. When you drive a stick shift, if you get in trouble, you got to push the clutch in. That's no matter what. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Same way on a motorcycle. It's not a good thing to be dragging the pipes along the curb.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
That's how you get your motorcycle sold.
That's when you should sell it.
I think I swallowed a bug.
Well, it is free time.
Yeah. Did you get that one that was in here?
I let a fly out.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, because with the nice weather comes bug season. Yay.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Anyway. I think everybody's kind of had enough of us. They're leaving, huh?
Yeah.
They don't like us.
We're happy that you guys did come back for the second round.
Yeah.
Sorry about that first one.
This is the best time because we're just sitting here. We're all delirious because we're wiped out. And
I haven't slept good for the last 2 nights, so
I slept okay.
Yeah, but with my back out like it was, I just couldn't find a comfortable spot.
But I woke up at like 2:15 in the morning, and I could hear the thunder a long ways. She can't hear, so I could hear it a long ways away. And I was laying there, and I didn't know it, but she was awake. So I go, "Did you hear that?" She goes, "I've been laying here awake the whole time." So anyway, yep. See, we're losing even more.
Yeah.
Speaking of bugs, do you have June bugs there? Man, those are the worst here.
We had them in LA real bad.
We had those little
lightning bugs.
Lightning
Love
bugs.
those things. They're so cute. Tell me God doesn't have a sense of humor when he makes a bug and his butt lights up.
Yeah. Well, people come here
and they've never seen them.
And they've never seen them, and they over here where Cage goes
potty.
They're just lighting up all around the trees and everything, and they're, what do you have, lights in the trees or something? No, those are bugs.
They're awesome.
Really, they're that bright. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cool. I'd never seen them before we came here.
Let's see, my son. Well, of course, Rosebud. She said we're glad to be here with you all.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Nobody ever says nice things like that about us. And my son always rode motorcycles. At 12, he used to, my eyes go bad, to borrow my old Jeep and drive it all over the desert.
Oh.
He taught himself
how
to drive a stick shift.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about it, I told my kids, I said, if something happens, you can drive it, anything with a stick shift.
What was really cool about it too is their boyfriends didn't know how to drive a stick, so they never drove the girls' cars.
Yeah, with security, man. They I don't know how to drive that thing.
Yep.
But you never know when you apocalyptic thing, you have to drive a tractor or something. And I think they appreciate. I don't think they're on. Cindy's on here anymore, but she didn't give their approval, so we're just gonna have to do it. I guess it's better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. I always love lightning bugs. That refrigerator's freaking out. That's gonna be fun to turn that thing off for a while. Motorcycle teaches a lot of things. Riding, fixing, gear shifting, how to kill yourself, etc. Yeah, well,
How to keep from getting killed.
yeah. You know what?
It just amazes me how people can look you in the face, eyeball to eyeball, and they pull right out in front of you.
We
I don't understand that.
we lost 26 people during our time of
Yeah.
having a shop, and then we've lost a few after, and I mean from wrecks. And the common denominator was alcohol.
Insane.
And we had what 3 women die. We had one that almost did. She was, and you know what? She came over to the shop on her bike, and she was turning around, and she had her feet on the ground, and she was all nervous. And I told her husband, I said, "Dude, she should be able to just whip that bike around. You need to take her to take that course." "Oh, she already did." I said, "Well, you need to take her and have her do it
Those bikes
again."
are so different that you test on though
Yeah.
than a Harley.
Well,
Probably than any other street bike. They're little and they're quick and
we used to thread
light.
on tie thread on June bugs about a 8 foot piece. That's
Who said
cruel.
that?
Ron, you're cruel. We used to do that with bees.
Yeah, I
You
don't
got to
like
be careful you
bugs.
don't get stung.
My sister had got when she was like 9. I would have been 12. She got stung by a wasp, and like 2 days later, I went to put my pajamas on. We used to hang our clothes out to dry because I'm old. You know, we didn't have a dryer. Anyway, I stuck my arm in my pajama sleeve, and I heard, bzzz, and I flipped out, and it was just a June bug, but I didn't know that. I thought for sure it was,
An
yeah,
alligator.
an alligator.
So,
Crocodiliac.
yeah, and this Scarlett says, in our day, we all learned how to drive tractors. So therefore, we know how to drive stick shifts. It
Yeah.
wasn't really that big a change.
Right.
And Chris says he likes riding dirt bikes. I used to love riding dirt bikes, but my problem was, is that in the morning I was riding them, and in the afternoon I was doing all this stuff. Next thing you know, I was a cloud of dust
And bloody.
So I mean, I just laid down, tried to do something on the floor out there, and
That's
got
what
my arm.
Mark Wostine said. He's like, he bruises real easy on the blood thinners he's on.
Yeah, yeah, but it's riding motorcycles for me is something I've always done since I was a kid. I mean, I started out on a mini bike, and my first street bike, I was 14 years old, and I had a Honda 450, a brand new one. My stepdad was pretty cool, and he had a Harley, and he laid down for that bike for me, and then his bike got stolen. He went and got 750 Honda. It was like something he had never done, but he had it all dressed up like a Harley, and we rode, man. And I'll tell you what, when my kid was old enough to have a motorcycle, well, he wasn't even old enough to have a motorcycle, but he had one. And man, him and I rode a lot. We went everywhere.
And Bill will tell you it was the best time of his life.
My best
rider,
his
best friend,
best person to ride
Black
with.
River.
And well, you used to ride, and then with me, and he would go along, and then he married Maggie, and then they went together.
Yeah.
So then we all had dressers and pulling trailers, and Wendy and I rode our bike almost every night. Vegas was a horrible place to ride motorcycles. Now I think we weren't very smart having 4 young kids at home. Yeah. However, lots of good memories. Yeah, we one thing nice around here, it's 55 miles an hour except for when the Texans come. And I just let them go by. We just got to be, you can't ride a motorcycle thinking that people are going to stop or see you or whatever. And I know loud pipes save lives, but it also scares people and makes them. Some people actually aim for bikers, and I won't tell you who, but there's a certain group of people that like to do that. So Rosebud and I look forward to turning into the live stream each Sunday evening. Yeah, and we
We're glad
appreciate
you
you're
do.
here. You know,
We're
it's
glad y'all do.
you have no idea after after she hasn't felt good all day, and I've
Yeah.
been out there working all day. You I look at her and go, tonight's live night. Oh, but once we get
I was
started,
just looking forward to just going to bed. I totally forgot it was Sunday, but
once we get
yeah, once
started,
we
then
get
it's
started, because these people are nice.
yeah, we have a good
They
group of people,
chat
and
it up and
yeah,
make it worth it.
yeah. And the thing is like I laugh. I just tease when there's getting 1,000 likes. Or you get that many people on there, you can't read
Yeah,
them.
so
It just goes.
yeah, it's like you
It goes so
can't engage
fast.
with anybody really.
Yeah.
Once every 100 or
Unless
so.
you got 990 of them watching and 10 people talking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So. All right. Well, we're gonna let you guys off the hook. I
Have
see
a
people.
happy Monday.
Yeah.
And a great week. Guys.
Yeah, and we'll make a video. I'll show you my shop. I think you'll I want to have the bike in there when we do it, but I think you guys would dig it. So you guys have a good one. We'll work on that, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Bye. Now look who gets